As I mentioned in my last video, I upgraded from the Chase Sapphire Preferred to the Reserve card. My next step is to kind of get myself to the Chase Trifecta. That includes the Reserved, the Sapphire Reserved, the Freedom Unlimited, and the Freedom Flex. When I picked up the Freedom Unlimited and the Freedom Flex cards, I got 20,000 Chase points by sign-up bonuses. When you combine that with my 60,000 I've acquired over the last 6 months or so, or a year, I guess, I've decided the next few months I'm going to use this kind of trio of cards to increase my Chase Sapphire Ultimate Rewards points to get myself a flight to Europe. Whether I use the portal or kind of airline points is something I'm gonna have to figure out. While the Freedom Flex and the Freedom Unlimited are touted as cashback cards, but when you combine them with the Sapphire Reserved or Preferred, these points can turn into Ultimate Rewards points, but you have to have one of those premium cards. By combining the rewards of all three cards into the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you are able to use them on the Ultimate Rewards portal or transfer them to hotel or airline partners. The upside of the Ultimate Rewards portal is your points multiplied by 1.5. As I said before in a previous video, that's the only way I've ever done this. I do know that transferring them to hotels or airlines can sometimes give you 2 to 3 times more of the points. So that is something I'm going to be looking into in the next few weeks. So to use the Trifecta, I need to really focus my spending in using the different cards. So for example, the Chase Sapphire Reserved, I will use for dining and travel, because that's the main way you get those points. On the Freedom Unlimited, any other things that aren't within those categories get 1.5 instead of just 1 times the points. So I will use that for miscellaneous purchases. And the Freedom Flex every quarter has specific categories that you get 5 times the points. And so right now, for example, it's using things like Costco, PayPal, things like that. So I'm using that card specifically for these categories. And basically just using that platform of the Trifecta card, I'm going to spend the rest of January, February really focusing in on that. My ultimate goal this particular year is to get a flight to Europe. And so I think I'm going to have enough points for that already, but I'm going to implement the Chase Trifecta, just to kind of use it over the next few months and see how easy it is to get done. I am by no means an expert at this travel hacking kind of credit card game. To be honest, I don't really know what I'm doing yet, so I'll hopefully figure it out. And so I did use a lot of YouTube channels, really figure out what I was doing. And I also used a few podcasts, and the 2 podcasts I really enjoyed the most were, one was called Travel More. And I really like that because they're 2 teachers. They seem to be starting out new to all this, so I kind of felt like I could really relate to what they were talking about. So feel free to check them out. And the other one who was suggested to me was called the Travel Hacking Mom Show. And when in doubt, I figure, always look to the moms to find out what they're doing, because I'm sure they researched it and they know what's going on. This right here is the reason I gotta save so much money. I have to have a little paw surgery, cost some cash. I just want a free flight to Europe.